Hi, this is Ann Holmes with No Sewing Into Your Quilted, and today I'm so happy to have Rachel back filming for me. Thank you, Rachel. All right, I wanted to show you some points about this quilt that I'm not completely crazy. I just wanted to point out that I'm not completely crazy. I made this one continuous piece with one fabric. I didn't need to break this small area up into all those little pieces, so I just cut that out on one background fabric. The same way with the background for these C curls. I'm not, you see, I crossed that all out. I've just made that one piece for the background of the C curls. And then building this was much easier when I went in this direction. That's important to study your pattern, the flow of this. So you put this down, and then as you study the pattern, this would be down on top of that, and then this. It just has a nice rhythm to it, and it was much easier to do when you go in a rhythm like that. So here where I'm going to start putting this curly thing here, and all I have to do is turn this edge back. This will have a round fabric jewel on top, so I'll leave that open because something else will be on top of that. Just turn the outside edge here. So I get my glue stick on in an outward motion, and then I just use little pinching motions to just pinch that back. So then I use my fingers to press it, finger press. That's the only pressing we have to do in this entire quilt project, one piece at a time. You're building from the background to the foreground, and then using our tick marks to position this. And there we go. We don't want to glue on top of this background paper, so I'm going to just lift that. Now that this piece is down, I need to leave this for this outside border, but I can, you know, tear the one end of this here. That's stuck under there. I need to lift that out of there. I just pull it out, and I can just tear some of this. Sometimes you want to be careful not to leave paper stuck under there. We don't want to have to pull that out later on, but I'm going to lift it out right now. And then I'll seal everything down. So then the next piece is this one. I'll have to turn this edge now, and then both sides of this. I leave this open because something will be on top of here. You see that? So everything gets turned here except that little piece. And that's the way you keep building. It's a nice rhythm. It's kind of fun to do. And these big circles are going to cover this spot here. Like I showed you, I use different items to make nice circles. So I have the freezer paper inside, and this is the only thing that I use when I have paper inside to turn these little pieces. I'm just making little pinches around there to make a nice smooth circle. And then I'm going to even out these little tucks with my sewer's stiletto. But now I turn it over and look at it. There are a few little puckers here, and the sewer's stiletto, while the glue is still wet, you can just kind of smooth that out. I think that looks pretty good. Again, you finger press it, and then put lots of glue on there. I was hoping this fabric would give like a little sparkle, you know, the variegated color would give a little sparkle like a jewel. This is a fabric jewel we're adding here. So then you just put it on. But I'm going to go ahead and remove all this paper so I don't have to pick it out later. When I picked this up, I noticed that I didn't have this lined up very well. So the nice thing about no sewing until you quilt it is you can just pull that up and reposition it. Line that up and even tuck this under a little bit if I have to, or cut it off with, you know, nip it off. But just, you can pick it up and line it up. And then I'm gonna place our little fabric jewel and seal it down.
Hey everybody, missed y'all.
This is great having Rachel help finish building this thing. I'm anxious to get it off my table. So she is building this little shape right here.
So I'm doing 36. I just turned this edge where it matches. I need to turn right here just in that slight internal curve where those two match up. And then this piece will be ready to seal down.
Okay, remember the last thing you do before you remove your quilt top from your working drawing is to take a big iron and do a final pressing. Just press all over. I'm just going to remove the tape that was holding this to my table and the French fuse to the drawing. And then gently pull it off. Some of the glue manages to get through to the paper, but just pull it off. So there we go.
Awesome. Will you turn it around and show the back too?
Oh, and
just say.
There you can see the quilt on the French fuse, and you can notice how very flat it is, that it's easy to machine quilt this. So I think this quilt is actually going to be an inspiration for another project. But I wanted to tell you that you should do the things that you're interested in doing, because that inspiration may be a springboard to another idea. So follow your dreams. Hi folks, thank you for watching. This is going to be my last video. Rachel and I have enjoyed making these videos, YouTube videos for you. We have over 70 videos for you to continue watching. I hope our videos will inspire you to try your own designs and say something, I don't know.
Yeah, we've been making videos for almost 10. Well, we've been working for over a decade together. We've been making videos together for 8 or so. And it's time for both of us to work on our own projects and also work together without constantly making videos over the process.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to continue working, and I will occasionally post some of my projects on my website. And my book and our supplies are still available on my website.
And you can always reach Anne by email. We'll include it in the notes below, and we'll keep the website up and going. So if you ever have questions, we'd also love to see your projects. So as you're working on things, we love to see how Anne's technique is out there in the world. Thanks for watching and being with us.
Happy quilting, folks.
Happy quilting.
Let's see what that looks like.